All right. St. Augustine votes to restrict mobile vendors' locations during Nights of Lights and 4th of July. St. Augustine city leaders have voted to crack down on mobile vendors in key parts of the city, all in the name of public safety. On Monday night, city commissioners, I almost thought it said connoisseurs for a second, city commissioners unanimously approved Ordinance 2025-06, which expands vendor restrictions during major events like Nights of Lights and 4th of July. While vendors were already banned from areas like St. George Street, the new rules go further, extending the ban to sidewalks along the South Castillo Drive, Avenida Menendez, State Road A1A, and Orange Street to King Street, and parts of Cathedral Place. City officials say the move is aimed at protecting pedestrians and improving emergency response during crowded events. Vice Mayor Barbara Blonder says vendors often force people into the streets where they risk getting hurt. A city report showed that during last year's Nights of Lights, first responders were delayed getting to emergency calls and experienced longer patient transport times due to severe congestion. The ordinance is now in effect, and the city says the goal is to keep sidewalks clear and make St. Augustine's busiest nights safer for everyone.
All right. Congratulations to the city commissioners. They are on a roll. It's one in a row getting it right.
They did a thing.
They got it right. This one, I think everybody agrees on. It's a lot of people that come in and they're not from this town. They set up, they poach, and then they clog up the area right there on Avenida Menendez, and it becomes a real dangerous situation on Fridays and Saturday nights. So good job. People pay a lot of rent to be there. These people don't pay anything. They need to. They come with their
big wagons of flashy light things.
They flop down doors.
Squat in the middle of the sidewalk.
They flop down doors and sell you snake oil and all kinds of stuff. It's,
for sure. Yeah, being right there on St. George Street and King Street. I mean, Trinity Parish is kind of in the middle of all of it.
We're in the middle of that. And I live down there. We both live down there. Yeah, it's impossible getting in and out of our houses during Nights of Lights.
Yeah, no, you literally plan, okay, after 3 o'clock, we're going to be home, or we're going to be out until 10 or beyond that.
Yeah.
Because, especially on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weekdays, you can usually sneak around. We have our paths that, like, we don't tell other people.
If you're on your bike. If you're on your bike.
I worked lots of years. I worked nights at the church, actually, because I would finish homeschooling my kids and then I would go in and I would work, 4 to 6 hours a night. And so I would be getting into town around 3, and then I would just camp out at the church. So if you were on
and you still tell epic ghost stories about that time.
Yeah. If you were on a ghost tour during those years and you saw like an ethereal woman walking in the halls of Trinity Parish, it was me. It wasn't the ghost. But I did, I would keep my earbuds in because I didn't want to hear what there was to hear late at night. I was the only one on site for a lot of years. And it's an old building, and every now and again you get a vibe.
There's some creaky moments in some of those buildings downtown.
Oh, yeah.
So in the cigar building, I've never felt anything, or in the Treasury building, but I can tell you at Catalina's gym, definitely something going on there.
Oh yeah,
it's right on the Cuba line, and there's so many people have come through there over the last 80 years or so, but there's definitely something going on.
So we have gym ghosts?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
We have gym ghosts, and I don't know from what era it's from, because it goes back to the, it goes
whether
back
they
to
let you drink water when you work out, or
I
don't
want to
let
know
you drink water.
if they're shooting jump shots or two-handed set shots. So we need to know what era they're from.
I'm pretty sure they're wearing their Chuck Taylors. And